Hey guys, John here from Science City, back with another great experiment. Now, if you missed our first one, that's okay. You can still go back and see it. Just go to www.kansascitystrong.org. We've got a great library of content there full of experiments. Now, again, Science City's not open right now, but we still want to bring you guys great content, stuff that you can do at home, and some stuff that maybe you can't do at home, but when you can come back to Science City, we'll be doing stuff like this. Now this next one, it's a classic. I'm sure some of you have seen it before. It's called Elephant Toothpaste. And personally, it is one of my favorites because just like my past experiment, it makes a huge mess. Now the first part of Elephant Toothpaste is this stuff right here. It's called hydrogen peroxide. Really quick, do you guys know what hydrogen peroxide is? Does anyone know maybe what hydrogen peroxide is or maybe what we use it for in our everyday lives? I'll give you a second or two. Try and think of an answer. Now, most people use hydrogen peroxide. They'll put it on cuts and scrapes. It's the stuff that bubbles up when you cut your hand and your mom or dad puts it on. Some of you might use it to bleach your hair. It can actually run the color out of your hair if you're going to add new colors. But that's pretty weak hydrogen peroxide compared to what we've got. This is actually 30% hydrogen peroxide. The stuff you buy for your hair is maybe 10. The stuff you put on cuts and scrapes is about 3. What that means, this is very, very dangerous. That's why I've got equipment on. I've got a lab coat to protect my arms and my body. I've got gloves to protect my hands and even goggles to protect my eyes. So we're going to add hydrogen peroxide, about 600 milliliters or so to our graduated cylinder here. Now hydrogen peroxide is very similar to water. Water is H2O. Hydrogen peroxide is actually H2O2, which means it's basically water with an extra oxygen molecule hanging on. But that oxygen molecule wants to get away. It wants to leave, float off into the sky, and just leave water where it was. So another question for you guys, is anything happening right now? If we look at this hydrogen peroxide, does it look like anything is going on, or does it look like a bunch of liquid just sitting in our graduated cylinder? Now, to the untrained eye, it's just sitting here. Nothing's happening, right? But actually that oxygen is breaking off. It is floating off into the sky. It's just happening very, very slowly. So slowly, we're not going to see it with our own eyes. So we're going to speed it up a bit. We're going to make it go faster so that all of you and me can watch as all of this oxygen breaks free. Now, first off, we're going to add just a little bit of dish soap. This is actually going to help catch that oxygen as it comes off. That's probably enough. And then to speed up this chemical reaction, we're going to add something called potassium iodide. It acts as a catalyst. And in chemistry, a catalyst is just anything that speeds up a reaction. So when we add this potassium iodide, what it's going to do, it's going to speed up how fast those oxygen molecules are coming off. They're going to break off much, much faster. And the end result, like I said, is going to make a great big old mess. Oh, that's way too much. I got a little excited. I put way too much potassium iodide in there. There we go. That's about all we need. So now let's count down 3, 2, 1. I'll dump this in and we'll see what happens. And here we go, guys. In 3, 2, 1, we add that potassium iodide. And it immediately starts to bubble up, it starts to boil over. And the thing about this experiment, it's gonna go for a long time. Another thing you might notice, it's getting pretty steamy in here. That's because this potassium iodide makes those oxygen molecules break off so fast, they release a ton of heat, enough to make steam. And if you guys know, to get water to turn into steam, it has to get pretty hot. So that's actually how fast those oxygen molecules are breaking off. They're creating tremendous amounts of heat, and we've got all this steam coming. And I'm just using rags here to try and keep it clean. Now, if you look, you might see this kind of nasty orange, burnt yellow color. That's actually the iodine. When we had it as a powder, it was just white. After it goes through this chemical reaction, we're left with water in here, all of the oxygen that came out, and then the actual iodine itself can be seen, and it's this kind of nasty orange, yellow color that stains everything. So once again, guys, I'm John with Science City. Hope you guys are doing great at home. Remember, check back with us all the time. We're constantly posting new content, and we hope to see you back at Science City really soon.